Greetings, Indie Warriors, and welcome to I Dream of Indie Games. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas, you know the drill. It's the holiday season, and it's better to give than it is to receive. So here are 10 of the best-looking upcoming indie, AA, and retro releases for the week of December 9th through the 13th of 2024. I've made this list and checked it twice, and none of these indies have been naughty, they've all been nice. And you know what else is nice? Unwrapping the gift of indie visibility over at patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where you'll gain Discord access to the greatest indie gaming community, early ad-free shows, shoutouts at the end of every video we produce, and more. Your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. Alright, there's no indie sponsor this week, so let's get right into it. Aiming to capture the spirit of classic animated films, we turn our attention to Stars in the Trash. Funny name there, heading to PC on the 9th. This puzzle platformer not only features a wonderful animated look, but places a large emphasis on narrative, hoping to tell an interesting story. Playing as a runaway cat, you'll find yourself caught up in all sorts of mischief. I just love the way this game looks, and so long as the story hits on its emotional beats, I'm all in. Clocking in at 2 to 3 hours, it certainly won't be a huge time commitment either. Fans of early Disney animation should pay close attention to this one. Alright, next on our list, not so much an indie, but definitely more of a retro classic, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver is returning at last in this new remastered collection that will include both games. While these are classic 3D action titles with amazing stories and soundtracks, I must admit that based on the footage, the actual remastering here seems a bit soft. Coupled with the fact that the Steam page doesn't give all that many details about refinements made from the originals, and I'm leaning towards this might be a quick and dirty port, but I'm hoping that's not the case. Even still, it's nice to have these games back in some form, as they are just fantastic. I'm a huge Kain fan. So long as they feel fun and playable enough by modern standards, that should be enough to appease fans of this epic series. Now give us the original Legacy of Kain next. In fact, remake it. That would be even better. Unlikely, but still, a man can dream. Go Go Power Rangers! Yeah, I was a huge Rangers fan growing up, with it being one of my favorite shows to watch before school every morning. 90s fans rejoice because we're getting a brawler. Yeah, brawlers are back, baby, in a big way over the last few years. This warms my heart to see. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Rita's Rewind. I am stoked, folks. Not only is it a classic arcade-style brawler, but it's based on the 90s series, which means we get to battle the evil Rita Repulsa. In this game, however, Rita is a robot. This time-traveling adventure features awesome pixel art classic enemies and characters from the series, Dinozords, and more. Sounds to me like it's Morphin time! While it's unlikely I'll ever be a billionaire, at least now I can be a Ballionaire. This roguelike strategy title is coming to us from New Object and Raw Fury, and is a self-described auto-bonker. Bonk. You'll be creating your very own pachinko board and essentially be trying to break the game in a variety of different ways. Drop your ball and bonk your way to success as you cause craziness to occur while earning cash. There are multiple boards too, with over 125 different triggers. I guess I should issue a trigger warning for this one, right? The possibilities are endless in Ballionaire. Oh, and it has mod support too. I know that spooky season is over, but that doesn't mean that we have seen the last of horror releases for the year. Grab up to 6 friends and get ready for some frightening fun in KLETKA, releasing on the 12th. Ride an elevator through hell and back as you try to survive the KLETKA, a place where convicted criminals are sent. The goal of the game is to keep your elevator alive. Yes, you heard me right, your elevator alive. The elevator is hungry and desires the flesh of the living. Work together and survive while exploring creepy hallways in this fresh-looking indie that will leave the hair standing up on the back of your neck. Grab it on the 12th, everybody, if you dare. The Spirit of the Samurai is next on our list, a very unique-looking indie release that features an amazing art style. The game almost reminds me a bit of classic digitized games such as Mortal Kombat in the way it looks, while having a feel of its own. I just can't get MK Mythologies out of my head, which I know is a crappy game, but hopefully this won't be a shitter. You'll control the legendary samurai Takashi, accompanied by an adorable kitty cat. Fight off an evil zombie army and defend your village. The stop-motion animation is incredible looking, with cinematics that seem very ambitious for an indie release. Combat seems to be based around hitting the right stick in specific directions, with intricate parry and dodge mechanics available as well. The spirit seems strong in this one, to say the least, so be sure to check out our full review of the game when it goes live during the week. This week, if you're watching this week. I'm confused. Creeper World doesn't sound like a place I would want to live, but who doesn't need a new real-time strategy game in their lives, right? A part of the Creeper World franchise, which honestly I'm not super familiar with myself, this version of the game launching on the 12th has you battling to stop the Creeper before it devours the universe. A full campaign will be available featuring incredible physics that will play a major role in the gameplay, and with online features available as well, the game should offer endless possibilities. This one is coming to us from Knucklecracker. Taking place within the SCP universe, our next release is going to be Go Home Annie. This is a psychological thriller that looks completely unhinged. You play as an SCP employee and will need to take part in strange experiments while solving puzzles and communicating with ghostly entities. I haven't personally had a ton of experience with the SCP universe, but I do know that there is a massive fan base for this content, and for what it's worth, Go Home Annie looks delightfully creepy. You can check it out for yourself if you dare on the 10th. You know, all this furry stuff is a little weird for Old Gamer Joe, but I ain't here to judge y'all. Like what you like, okay? Besides, I enjoy a good puzzle game, emphasis on good, but who knows? Maybe Furry Adventure Club and the Holy Grail will be fun after all. Featuring a silly premise full of ridiculous furry characters, you'll solve tons of puzzles traveling through different locations on a quest to discover the Golden Grail. The art is pretty nice looking for what it is. If you're into this kind of thing, I guess it will be even nicer looking. Gameplay is match 3 based, and while it might be for a very specific audience, that doesn't mean the game won't be fun. I certainly played my share of Crawlco block knockers after all. Live out all of your furry fantasies on the 12th. And rounding out our list for you single-player horror fans out there, feast your eyes on 10 Dead Doves, which is coming to us from Duonix Studios. Using a classic fixed camera, explore a world where birds are mysteriously dying for reasons I guess you'll discover. Take control of Marcus Stetson and explore the Appalachian Trail alongside your best friend Sean. See if you can discover the rumored ant farm together. Like that band? Alien Ant Farm? Was that them? I don't think that's what you're discovering here. Either way, the narrative sounds exciting without question, but the game also has plenty of horror elements and puzzles to solve too. This looks and sounds like one trail that's worth hiking down. You can take the plunge for yourself when it launches on the 13th. And there you have it, folks. Man, this year just doesn't want to quit. We're usually in full list mode by now, pumping out top 10s and whatnot, but I'll be damned. Still a lot of releases, still a lot of reviews, all the way through till the end of 2024. We hope you found the next indie of your dreams on this list, and thank you for supporting independent content here on the channel. See you for more great indie gaming goodness, AA, retro, the whole shebang right here at the channel. Voice to the voiceless.